Yo, what's up? It's your man B. I'm checking in. Had to give you a quick message. I need to say something. Like, rewiring the way that you think is so important. We have been taught that, like, we're victims to a degree, that, like, we have to deal with everything that comes at us and we got to process things out of, like, necessity. But, like, the truth of the matter is, we've never been in control to a large degree of our own thinking and our own thinking pattern in particular. So I've been retraining myself in how to think over the last like couple of years now. And it's been an interesting journey and process. Much of it was out of necessity because I was experiencing emotional and mental stressors that were affecting my quality of life and affecting the way I view myself and my self-esteem and self-confidence and so on and so forth. So out of that necessity, I had to do something about it. Like I had to address that thing because I felt bad about myself. I felt bad about certain things in life. I took on things that I should have never taken on emotionally and mentally. I took I owned and took responsibility for so many things that really truthfully were outside of my control. And in an effort to really be quite a people pleaser, I just I, I my quality of life sucked. Like I said, like I was doing things that I think intellectually, I think that they were supposed to make me happy, but I was never happy. Um, I was rarely happy, I should say. I did experience moments of happiness, but they were largely brief moments of happiness. Because truly I was not okay with myself. I didn't and what I found that to be was not that I truly was not okay with myself, but it was the way in which I had learned to process thought as a young child, really. And then obviously springing from there up through adolescence and young adulthood and then into adulthood, I learned a um, totally inefficient way to process emotion and again thought. And so what through so many different things that I've gone through, like mindfulness based stress reduction. I went through a course. I went through meditation teacher training courses and certification programs, and all forms of just different mental health approaches and counseling myself. I still regularly meet with my therapist. There's so many things that I had to do again to intentionally address these things, right? And what I've learned in this process is that again, I dictate my emotional health based upon the thoughts that I am perpetually thinking. So I used to allow so many thoughts to invade my consciousness, right? But I've learned to take control of that, right? I've learned that what I say to myself, that my internal and inner conversation, my internal rhetoric, so to say, right? The speech and the voice which you hear when you're not speaking, like when you're not talking, that little thing that says you, is how you talk to you, how you deal with you. I dealt with myself harshly because I learned again energetically, environmentally, that I was supposed to, it was basically, it doesn't matter what it was. It's the fact of the matter is, it was not self-serving. They were based in untruths, and it was resonating with deep within my subconscious and driving my internal thinking and my thoughts and again my conversation to and with myself. So when I learned to get behind that, so to say, and learn to actually engage in healthy, loving conversation and feelings and thoughts towards myself, then what began to happen is it transitioned my quality of life, my emotional and my mental health state. And I actually learned I actually learned to literally be happy. I found that happiness was always within my own control, but I was never taught that. So, like, our emotional states, our emotional states are our responsibilities. We learn again that they're not. Like there's so many things that are outside, and we just learn to react to the things that are going on around us. But we never have to, like, it's a little thing like this. The things that are happening around you, the things that you have no control over, you have to let them go because you can't control them. You can't control what somebody else's disposition towards you, for instance. You can't control how someone sees you. You can't control someone trying to defraud you or these things, or someone, having ill intent towards you, or malice in their heart towards you, or some sort of financial situation that comes upon you, that visits you, right? Or a family situation, some sort of tragedy visits your doorstep. Like, we have to deal with those things, yes, but those things should not dictate how we feel. You know what I'm saying? Like those things, because it doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change who you are, and it doesn't change the fact that you deserve love. You deserve to be there for yourself. You deserve you. And when you are grounded and you're rooted in that you are important, that you are the most important person in your life, then like the things that are going on around you, you start to just let them, like, you start to be able to actually sense the space and the distance between those things and you. It doesn't change your state. Those things are going to always occur at different times through our life experience. But again, how we engage, how we address those things, and how we face and process through those things. That's really what's important. It's not whether things are good or bad. It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you self-identify. That's what's most important. So the most important thing is to spend time with your own thoughts. Spend time with your own inner conversation. When you hear yourself or you feel an emotion that you have towards yourself, look into it. That's how I learned. I started to question those things.